Excellent. Hello and welcome to the Radiant Rebirth online retreat where we are igniting our age of empowerment, owning who we truly are, gaining clarity of direction so that we can take that soul-aligned action with joy, grace, and ease. Today, I am joined by Julie Schiffman. Julie is an internationally renowned expert EFT practitioner who has helped thousands of clients around the world to break through barriers and overcome physical and emotional challenges. Julie, it's such a pleasure to have you here with us today. I'm super excited about this. I love tapping, so I'm super excited.
Me too. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. So today I know we're going to be talking about owning your power and living your best life. Owning your power and living your best life, which I know is going to be a topic that's hugely important to the people that are going to be watching. But before we jump into that, could you explain a little bit about what EFT or tapping is?
Absolutely. So tapping is, I think, an amazing stress management tool that anyone can use basically at any time. All you need are your fingertips and certain parts of your body. It's simple, it's effective, it is a quick way to ease pain and emotions, which might be creating a challenge for anyone. And tapping is a combination of acupressure and modern psychology that works to physically alter your brain, your body, your energy system, all at the same time. And so it literally looks like this. It's a very gentle tapping that we do on particular meridian points while talking through pain, emotions, stress, frustrations. And this process can not only release physical symptoms, but it also releases and relieves emotions as well. And the bottom line is that it helps to reduce stress in our body and our mind, which is what I think we're all searching for. But what we're really talking about today is how to really use tapping to release and let go of old beliefs so that you can really step into yourself, as you said, right? Stepping into our true self and in a way that is authentic and in a way that will help you to rise up and own your power and live your best life.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, if we can do that in a couple of minutes, I mean,
Yeah.
we're off. We're really off. Um, so you're going to be introducing tapping, but how can people really use tapping to help them to really kind of step into and own their inner power? How does tapping help that process?
Mhm. So one of the things that I love most about tapping is how it can help to release and let go of limiting beliefs and emotional blocks that are holding you back. Because if you think about it, what else holds you back from doing exactly what you want to do and being the person that you want to be? It's the things, the thoughts that we have. It's old rejections. It is what we call the writing in our walls, which is the old things that other people have told to us, past experiences, childhood experiences that have stuck with us, that have maybe created negative patterns for us, right? That have created self-doubt and lack of self-confidence, low self-esteem, those things that are keeping us small and hiding ourselves. And
Mm,
so tapping really can help to reduce, as I said before, it really helps to reduce stress and anxiety. And stress and anxiety often can cloud our judgment about ourselves, or when it comes time to making decisions about what our goals may be or who we really want to be, right? Stepping into ourselves. But then we have that little voice that says, yeah, but, right? And it keeps us small. It keeps us in a space where we're not able to expand and evolve and become truly who we want to be. So we can empower ourselves with positive affirmations while tapping. We can release and let go of things that have happened in the past, old programming that has told us that we're not good enough or that we shouldn't be seen for whatever reason that might be. And we can actually rewire our mindset to focus on our strengths, to build emotional resilience and become in alignment with who we really are. We can tap and say things like, even though I'm feeling this stress in my life, or even though I am afraid to take the next step in my life, or even though I'm not feeling good about myself today, I love and honor myself anyway. And wherever this comes from, right? Even acknowledging and accepting where these thoughts and feelings come from. And saying something like, I am now choosing resilience. I am choosing fearlessness. I am choosing me. I am choosing myself and showing up for myself in ways that I haven't before. And so tapping helps to really realign
Mhm.
and neutralize those old emotions, old feelings, old fears, so that we can be who we want to be.
Amazing. And it's interesting. So I'm glad you brought up the sort of the setup phrases there. So sometimes when I'm tapping with clients, they often say, well, I don't want to tap on the negative. I don't want to tap on the negative phrases. Aren't I embedding those phrases even more deeply when I tap on those? Could you speak to that a little bit?
Absolutely, because I also get that all the time, right? You don't want to think the negative thoughts or say the negative thoughts. Here's the deal on that, that whether you're tapping or not, we all have thoughts that creep into our mind. And a lot of times we have 70,000 thoughts a day, and 40,000 of those are repetitive. And many of those thoughts are negative anyway. Okay. So, what you're really doing with tapping is you are telling the truth about how you are feeling. It's not about putting in things that are negative. You're saying, even though I'm feeling this way, even though I'm feeling angry, even though I'm feeling scared, even though I have all this self-doubt that's holding me back, even though I'm feeling that way, which is the truth of how you're feeling, I honor and accept myself anyway, because oftentimes we have to accept where we are in order to move forward. I accept myself anyway, and I am choosing something different.
Mhm.
So your subconscious isn't going to, you're not embedding the negative stuff. You're telling the truth about how you feel. And you have choices. You have a choice to state the negative and say, I feel terrible about myself and just leave it at that.
Mhm.
Or you can say, even though I feel terrible about myself, or even though I'm feeling scared, I'm going to accept this. I'm going to accept this is where I am right now. And then I'm going to move forward. I'm ready to shift it. I'm ready to think something different. I'm ready to move forward. I am ready to embrace a new vibration, any of those things. So it's a great question because I know people do get concerned about that, but you're really just telling the truth. And so if you want to move forward in your life and do something differently, you have to do things differently, and that starts with being honest about how you feel, about who you are, and where you're at.
Exactly. It's that honesty piece because you're thinking it anyway. So
Exactly.
it's really important, I think, as you've said, to sort of really get that out and use the tapping to release it. And I guess in my experience, tapping is not just about the words, but it's about where those words are sitting in the system, in the
Yes.
meridians. And can you speak a little bit about why that works and why tapping into the meridians, the sort of like needleless acupuncture angle, why that's really important as well.
So when we're tapping on these particular points, we typically are tapping on the face and the chest. And these particular points are what we call meridians. And these are energy pathways in the body. And when we are stressed, this energy in our body can get blocked and it can become disruptive to our body. And so I'm sure everyone can relate to feeling stress. Anyone listening right now, you can just pay attention to a stressor that happened in the last 24 hours, something that was frustrating, something that made you angry, something that was just stressful, whatever it was. And when you think about that, when you really connect with what that stressor is and connect with how you feel about it, do you feel angry? Do you feel upset? Do you feel scared? Do you feel sad, hopeless, whatever it is? And then pay attention to where you feel it in your body. Right. And so it's so important and I speak of this a lot. It's very important to connect with, well, okay, I am feeling stressed about this thing that happened this morning. I was really stressed with work and or I needed to get something in on time, or I'm stressed with my children or my spouse or whatever. Um, and then you think about it and you're like, wow, well, I really feel that in the back of my neck, or I'm really feeling this tightness in my chest, or I'm feeling like a lump in my throat, or maybe I'm feeling like I was just like punched in the gut. And for everybody, it's different. It might be low back, it could be your right knee. Whatever it feels like for you, that is the mind body connection. That's when you have a thought, when you're thinking about the stressor, and you identify the emotion that you're feeling with it, connect it with where you feel it in your body. And then what we do is we go through the process of tapping. And that act of tapping opens up the energy meridians in the body. And when we're tapping, we're also making the statement of, even though I'm feeling stressed or whatever the situation is, I honor and accept myself anyway, or I love and accept myself. There's a lot of different options with that. That's a different conversation, right? Um, there's a lot of things you can say, but you're neutralizing it in some way, even though I'm feeling stressed and I'm feeling it in the back of my neck. I honor and accept myself anyway, and I'm open to releasing it now. I'm open to letting it go. And it is a little bit more in depth than that, of course. What is the stress that's involved in this? Maybe it was a conversation with someone. Maybe it was pressure that somebody put on you. Maybe it was just seeing something that was upsetting to you. Maybe it's looking at the news or being on social media. Those are all things that can create stress for us. So it's really identifying what the stressor is, how you feel about it, where it is, and then allowing yourself to release it and let it go.
I love that. Thank you so much for answering and clarifying that. And I love how EFT puts you in touch with your body. And I often say the body never lies. It's always talking to us. And it's really an amazing tool to really kind of get us out of our head and into the body where all of that, intelligence is, and release kind of the blocks to us tapping into that intelligence. And so how do clients come up with the statements? What are some questions that they might ask themselves to help them, step into who they want to be, and how to maybe act on who they want to be?
Absolutely. So I always think some great questions to ask yourself is, number one, start with where you are, right?
Mhm.
Start with where you are right now. And whether it's sitting down with a pen and paper or your notes or whatever, a great question to ask is, what brings you joy and purpose, especially with the question, what you're talking about here, right? And what you're presenting, stepping into your best self. What brings you joy and purpose? What are the things that just light you up? And when you think about moving forward in your life, it gives you goosebumps, or it makes you want to just like jump up and down, and shout it to the world. And what are the limiting beliefs that are holding you back from living your best life? If you're not sure what these things are, go back to question number one, which is um, those things that, bring you joy and purpose,
Yeah.
but you have those yes buts at the end. And what I mean by that is, I would love to do this, but
Mhm.
I can't do this because I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough money to get it going. Um, I don't have the right connections, or yes, but I can't figure this out on my own, I need help. All of those are just limiting beliefs that hold us back, right? And there are always ways to figure it out. Another question to ask is, in what areas in your life are you hiding yourself? Are you hiding even from yourself? How are you hiding your true feelings and desires? Are you afraid to step into your power? Are you afraid to be seen? And if yes, why? Pay attention to that. Are you afraid of failure? Are you afraid of success? Because believe it or not, a lot of people are afraid of failure. That seems obvious. But a lot of people are also afraid of success, which makes it difficult to be seen, right? If we're seen, then we might be too successful. And what does that mean for you?
Yeah.
Are you afraid to try something new or different, or evolve into something that could be so big that it feels scary or terrifying? Is there someone else that might be holding you back? So you want to be able to look at all of this and be honest with yourself. We come back to, this is between you and yourself. And so being honest with yourself, these are the things that are holding you back from living your best life. And once you can honestly look at it honestly and see the obstacles that have been created in your life, you can now begin to see it differently. And this is where tapping really comes in. Tap on the thoughts, the memories, the low vibration energy, right? The shame around any of this that comes up for you. You may be carrying around a lot of different stories, old stories, the things you tell yourself that we mentioned before, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not deserving of this. These are old stories that we tell ourselves, that you can't do it, or that it's just too hard. And tapping will help you to step into the realm of possibility, into excitement of what lies before you. What it will help you, tapping will really help you to light up your inner flame and let it shine and shimmer and light up the world, which is what we're all meant to do, right? Shine our light on the world. Start with yourself and then spread it outward. Shine the light like the sun shines its light on everyone and anyone, right? There's no limit on who the sun shines for. And so it's the same with you and me and anybody else who's listening to this. We all have the power to do that. And that's one of the things that I really love about tapping, is that there are certain ways that we can come into ourselves, but tapping is just such an easy-ish way, depending on what it is that you need to sort of move and get out of the way and get yourself out of the way. But it's something that you can do on your own. You don't always necessarily have to wait to do it with someone. You can do it if you wake up in the middle of the night. You can do it first thing in the morning when you think, who do I want to be today? How do I want to shine my brightest light today? And you do a little bit of tapping and you will just see that it just shines from within and will change the trajectory of not only your day, but your week, your life. It's amazing.
It is. It absolutely is. I can attest to that.
Yeah,
So with that, shall we do a little bit of tapping? That I'd be
absolutely.
really, really overjoyed if you'd share some of that with us today.
Absolutely. So we're going to tap into, think about who you are, who you want to be. Take a breath in and release it. And will you be my echo for this?
Definitely.
Okay, so we're going to start on the side of the hand.
Mhm.
Even though there may be parts of me that are looking for clarity
Even though there may be parts of me that are looking for clarity
about my purpose,
about my purpose,
and I can't see it yet,
and I can't see it yet,
I love and accept myself,
I love and accept myself,
and I'm open to creating a new awareness about myself.
and I'm open to creating a new awareness about myself,
And stay here for just a moment, even though I may be holding myself back
even though I may be holding myself back
from living my best life,
from living my best life,
maybe out of fear,
maybe out of fear,
self-doubt,
self-doubt,
or even fatigue.
or even fatigue.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway,
And I'm allowing my true light to shine.
and I am allowing my true light to shine.
And we're going to tap through the points. I start on the top of the head.
So do
I know
I.
some people started in, okay, good. This is a new beginning for me.
This is a new beginning for me.
And over your eyebrow, I have a desire to make some change in my life.
I have a desire to make some change in my life,
We tap on the side of the eye, a change that lights me up.
change that lights me up,
And under your eye, excites me.
excites me,
And under your nose. And at the same time,
and at the same time
and on your chin, will allow me to live a life of integrity.
will allow me to live a life of integrity
And the collarbone and authenticity.
and authenticity.
And under the arm point, you can see it better on you probably than me. And I am so ready for something new.
And I am so ready for something new.
Tapping again on the top of the head. But sometimes fear creeps in.
But sometimes fear creeps in.
And over your eyebrow, self-doubt takes over.
Self-doubt takes over.
On the side of your eye, old rejections may remind me.
Old rejections may remind me
And under your eye, that I may not be good enough to do this.
that I may not be good enough to do this.
And under your nose, or I may not be ready.
Or I may not be ready.
And on your chin, but this is all in the past.
But this is all in the past.
And the collarbone, and I'm now looking into the future.
And now I'm looking into the future.
And under your arm, how do I want to show up in the world?
How do I want to show up in the world?
And who do I want to be?
And who do I want to be?
Again, on the top of your head, I get to choose for myself.
I get to choose for myself,
And over your eyebrow, not my past.
not my past.
And the side of your eye, I'm connecting with the most passionate part of myself.
I'm connecting with the most passionate part of myself,
And under your eye, the part that knows I am pure love.
the part that knows I am pure love.
And under your nose, I am worthy and deserving of all that I want.
I am worthy and deserving of all that I want.
And on your chin, so I'm stepping into my own power.
So I'm stepping into my own power,
And the collarbone, tapping into my brilliance.
tapping into my brilliance,
And under your arm, my creativity.
my creativity,
On the top of your head. I am filled with love and gratitude.
I am filled with love and gratitude
And over your eyebrow for what I am creating right now.
for what I am creating right now.
On the side of your eye, I am gifted.
I am gifted.
And under your eye, I am allowing clarity.
I am allowing clarity,
And under your nose, grace and ease.
grace and ease.
And on your chin, I am a powerful creator.
I am a powerful creator,
On the collarbone, living my highest truth.
living my highest truth.
And under your arm, I am anyone I want to be.
I am anyone I want to be,
And I do this fearlessly.
and I do this fearlessly.
And tap your wrists together and say peace.
Peace.
Great. Take a big deep breath in. And release it. And we just see how that feels as you create a new energy for yourself.
It's really lovely. I have an opening sort of here. It feels like there's more space here. Yeah, it feels warm. It feels warm. So yeah, something's releasing there, which is really lovely.
Exactly. I mean, that's what's amazing is that it not only releases and lets go, it creates a space. It opens up a new awareness. And for some people, they might go through the tapping and say, wow, that created a new aha moment for me, or it just created a space for me to think something different or to do something different. And when we can do that in our mind and also create awareness and openness in our body, it is a win-win, right? Because you're not only healing on a physical level, but you're also creating a new awareness on a mental emotional level as well, even spiritual.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I was going to touch on that as well. I think,
Yeah.
as when I do EFT and when I do it with clients, it unlocks so much on all levels, including spiritual, so that you kind of have that real alignment in all facets of our being. And that was just absolutely beautiful and needed today. Before our call, I was stressing out about tech.
Yes, as we do. Yes.
Yeah, right?
We can be as spiritual as we want, and sometimes technology comes in and it pulls us right out. Yeah.
And so that was really, really lovely to sort of just bring me sort of back into the space and, kind of help me reaffirm why I'm doing this, why I'm dealing with tech at all. So this was really, really beautiful. Thank you so much. Julie, if people want to get in contact with you and if they want to know more, I know you have a hugely popular YouTube channel. Where can people find you?
On YouTube, they can find me at Julie Schiffman. On Instagram, Julie Schiffman _ tap into life. They can find me at julieschiffman.com. Facebook, also Julie Schiffman. Tap into life, I think is what it is. And yeah, those are the best ways. Those are the best ways to find me. So I've got a lot of tapping videos out there to address just about anything and everything you could imagine. So, and that's free. That is totally free. It is my, my gift to to the world in some ways, right? It's a way of my giving back. So go check them out.
Beautiful. Yes, please do go check them out. They're hugely impactful. They're beautiful. Julie, thank you so much for being here today. And thank you for sharing this tapping with us. And hopefully everyone who's watched and they did it along with us, they will have felt some shifts there as well. And I hope, they're going to be able to find you and kind of tap into more, literally tap into more of who
That's
they
right.
are. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.